So here is the basic method for intrication. First, you have to take the rubber band between your thumb and index finger of your dominant hand, like that. You can keep this like 2 centimeters of rubber band over it, okay? Then you just pinch the band like 1 centimeter under it, like that, okay, with your thumb and index finger of your non-dominant hand, okay? Then, with the middle finger of your dominant hand, you will just push the band here, okay? Just push it here, okay? Don't release this part here, you just push it here, and you just re-grab it like that here, okay? You are in this position. Be sure that everything is aligned. So you have this secret setup here, like that, which is hidden just behind your thumb, okay? Here it's visible, here it's invisible. So from face, here it's invisible, here it's visible. So don't overturn your hand. Like that, it's perfect angle. You can try in front of a mirror. Be sure that this loop here is not in contact with the palm of your hand because it's gonna block. So when you are in this position, with your middle and finger and thumb of your non-dominant hand, you're gonna pinch the band right here. You can even pinch it here, it's gonna work, but here it's better, like 2 centimeters under it. You stretch it, and you place your index finger here, okay? Now, to make the penetration happen, as soon as the band is in contact with your index finger like that, you're gonna release this part here, okay? So the second pinch of your thumb, you're gonna release it. When you will release this part here, look what happened. I'm gonna try to do it in slow motion. In 2 movements, here is what happened. Boom and boom. Here is what happened. Boom and boom. It's in 2 motion. But basically, because your middle finger is not in contact with your palm, okay, here I can do it because it's blocked here, okay? Because it's not in contact with your palm, look what happened. This happened, okay? So, when you release this part of your thumb, okay, the second pinch of your thumb, basically, the band will naturally jump like that. It's impossible to do it in slow motion, but I try to explain, okay? So be sure once more that your middle finger is not in contact with your palm, because if it's in contact, it's gonna block like that, okay? So be sure that it's just very behind, but not in contact, just like that, okay? Not here, but here. Not here, but here, okay? And you stretch it. 1, 2, it's a question of rhythm. And as soon as it just touches your index finger, boom, you release this part here. Naturally, the band gonna make the loop, okay? So basically, here's what happened. It's impossible to do it in slow motion, but basically it's this, okay? So in 1 motion, it looked like that. Okay? I try to show it as I can, but it's like that. Okay? So that's the basic move. Now, when you know how to do it like that, you can even do it a little bit more here, okay? Not here too much, but here it can work. So for the training, try to do it at the beginning of your finger like that first, okay? And as soon as you can do it here. As soon as you can do it, you can go a little bit deeper, 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 okay? Basically, what you can do if it's hard for you to do it at the first time, you can also try to do it like that. So you stretch it and place the tip of your index finger of the non-dominant hand inside of the loop here, okay? And release the second pinch of the thumb. It's gonna work, okay? It's a good training to understand the mechanic of the trick. Here, look. So it's already a good trick if I do it like that. You see, I can do it like that and but it's not perfect. So don't hesitate at the beginning to do it with the contact here. And the more you can do it, the more you can try to do it with no contact. So a little bit higher, so not here but here, okay? And if you can do it like that, you can do it even higher. And at the end of the day, you can do it from this high, like that. It's gonna work, okay? Higher, higher, higher. When you know how to do it, you can do this trick, which is exactly the same trick. So you do the same setup, but instead of doing the penetration, before releasing the second pinch, you are here, you just make one loop around the finger. And naturally, when you do the setup, when you release the thumb, here is what happened. Okay? So that's exactly the same move. If you're a crazy person, you can even do a double loop, it's gonna work. 1 and 2, for any reason, look, it works too. That's great, no? Okay, so that's the basic. So once more, here, here. Be sure that it's not in contact with the palm of your hand. And release this pinch here, okay? This second pinch. With a good rhythm. And also be sure that this hand is not like that, but in parallel. Not here, in parallel, okay? So be sure that the extremity of this loop here is after your index finger. So not here, but a little bit more here. Like if you do it like that, it's gonna work for sure, okay? Don't do it like that, but you have to understand that this tip of the finger has to be a little bit more here, okay? So not here, but more here, okay? So you're here and boom. When you know how to do it like that, you can do it with a full bend. It's the same technique. So same setup, okay? I do the same setup, boom. And then I just place my thumb inside of it and I'm like that, okay? So setup is made, once more, like that, okay? But instead of penetrating your finger, you place your thumb inside of it, you place your index finger and you go all around it, like that, okay? And you release it. Basically do it here, and the more you master it, the more you can do it deeper in your index finger. Like that, okay? Whoop, and boom, perfect. Also, if you want, instead of doing the setup, I will try with the broken one. Instead of doing the setup like that, you can also do it with 2 fingers if it's better for you. Some people prefer it like that. By myself, I prefer it with only the middle finger, but if you prefer it like that, you can. Just be sure that you align it with your thumb and that you don't flash this part here, okay? So from face, like that, it's gonna work, okay? So some people prefer it like that. I don't know, it's not my mood, but if you prefer it, that's fine for you. Now, if you want to do the double penetration, you just have to begin with the first setup, like that, first pinch, and then you go back to the opposite. So instead of doing this, you do this for the second part. So instead of doing this, for the second part, you do it in the opposite side, like that, okay? So basically it looks like that. First, I pinch it, and then I go back, I re-pinch it, okay? And here I begin from face of my index finger, I release the first part, boom, boom, and I release the second part, boom, boom, okay? It's just an example, so I will do it in real speed with no block here, okay? I will try because it's not an easy one. So you are here, it looks like that. First part, second part. This one is hard. I can explain more because it's just the same setup once more, but you just double it with the opposite side. So first setup, and then you go back. Oops, sorry, my hand is sweaty. First setup, you go back here, you re-pinch it, and when you release the first pinch, boom, boom. When you release the second pinch, boom, boom, okay, in slow motion. But when you do it in real speed with no block, it works. So finally, if you want to use object for your trick, it's the same principle. For object, I prefer to use my 2 fingers because I think that it's better for it, but you can use it, you can try to do it, sorry, with only your middle finger. So here is what happened. I take